Dangerous Idiots takes about Claitin Clark. Let me just say it straight, if you're still hatting on Claitin Clark at this point, you either haven't been watching or you just don't get basketball. I'm not talking about healthy debate. I'm talking about the dumb, lazy, loud takes that try to discredit what she's done and who she is. I'm a fan, not a bandwagoner, not some casual who just started watching basketball last month. I've watched Claitin dominate college hoops for years, and now she's stepping into the WNBA with the same fire, same chip, and the same game that shut down every critic she's ever had. So let's break it down, 7 things the haters keep getting completely wrong about Claitin Clark. 1. She's just overhyped. This take is the favorite of people who just read headlines but don't watch games. Yes, Claitin Clark is a media magnet. Yes, she's on commercials, social media, magazine covers, and all over the news. But you don't get there unless you've earned it, and she's earned all of it. She didn't just break the NCAA women's all-time scoring record, she broke the overall scoring record. That's men's and women's combined. Think about that. She passed Pete Maravich, and she did it while being double and triple teamed night after night. Everyone knew she was the #1 threat, and no one could stop her. She's led Iowa to Final Fours, she's hit buzzer beaters, she's dropped 40+ in tournament games like it's nothing, and she did it all with a giant target on her back. She didn't shrink from the spotlight, she lit it up. Calling her overhyped is like calling Tom Brady lucky. It's a lazy take that completely ignores the body of work. She didn't ride a wave, she created one. And let's be real too, the numbers are only part of the story. Claitin has impact. She sells out every arena she steps into. Opposing teams see record ticket sales when she visits. Viewership records are broken when she plays. She's bringing eyeballs, energy, and dollars to the game. How is that overhyped? You don't fake this kind of draw, you either have it or you don't. And Claitin Clark has it in spades. 2. She's too cocky. Ah yes, the classic she's too confident complaint. Here's the thing, when a player shows emotion, talks trash, and plays with swagger, it's usually a sign that they're locked in. It's how great athletes operate. Go watch clips of Jordan, of Kobe, of Bird, of Steph. All-time greats want the big shot, they want the smoke, and they're not shy about letting you know when they're cooking you. Claitin Clark plays the same way. She hits a deep 3, she lets you know. She gets an and one, she yells. She fires up her team. She gets in your head, that's not cocky, that's competitive, that's fire. Some people just can't handle seeing a woman play with that kind of intensity. And honestly, that's their problem. Because if you're gonna criticize her for it, you better be just as loud when male athletes do the same thing. Here's another angle, Claitin doesn't just talk, she backs it up. She works her tail off. She trains, studies film, leads her team, and brings it every single night. If she plays with an edge, it's because she's earned the right to. We need more athletes like that, not fewer. 3. She won't make it in the WNBA. Let's talk about the dumbest take of them all, the idea that Claitin Clark won't last or won't be able to hang in the WNBA. You'd think people would learn by now. They said the same about Steph Curry back in the day, too skinny, can't defend, game won't translate. Then he changed basketball forever. Now here comes Claitin and the same recycled doubts are being thrown her way. She's not athletic enough. She can't guard at the next level. She's not built for it, really. What do we think the WNBA is? It's an elite league, no question. But Clark isn't coming in as some untested project. She's coming in ready. Her game isn't based on just athleticism. It's built on IQ, timing, passing, pace, leadership, and range. She's the most dangerous pick-and-roll weapon we've seen enter the league in years. She can shoot from anywhere on the floor. Her vision is elite. She throws passes most pros wouldn't even attempt. And more than that, she has the mental toughness to go through hard stretches and keep producing. You don't carry a college program to back-to-back Final Fours while being the focal point of every opponent's defense unless you have something special. And she does. Let's also not forget she's been targeted her whole college career. Teams designed entire defenses to slow her down. She still cooked them. You think she's going to shrink now? No chance. Is the WNBA a step up? Of course, but Claitin Clark isn't afraid of that step. She's been preparing for it her whole life. 5. She only shoots 3s. Let's break this down once and for all. Yes, Claitin Clark is known for her insane three-point range. She can pull up from the logo without hesitation, and when it lands, it's a backbreaker. That's part of her game, but it's not the whole thing, not even close. The reason this take annoys me so much is because it shows who's just watching highlights and who's actually watching full games. People see her drain 2 or 3 logo bombs and think she's just chucking it from deep all game. Nah. Caitlin's a floor general. She gets into the paint. She drives off ball screens. She hits runners and floaters with both hands. Her mid-range pull-up is automatic when defenders overplay the arc. She uses hesitation moves, step backs, euro steps, it's all there. She's surgical. And let's talk about what creates those deep threes. Her passing, her movement, her ability to read the defense, force them to stretch out, and then make the smart play if she doesn't like the shot. She's not out there just jacking threes. Every shot is calculated. She takes the ones she practices. She's not just a shooter, she's a scorer, a playmaker, and a tactician. Watch her footwork. Watch how she manipulates defenders. The three-point shooting is just the flashiest part of a full, dangerous offensive arsenal. 6. She does respect other players. Total myth. One of the most irritating narratives people try to push is that Caitlin is somehow dismissive or disrespectful to her opponents. I get it, she plays with an edge, she talks a little. She hits a big shot and lets you hear about it, but that's basketball, that's competition. What people conveniently ignore is how often she's shown love for the very players she competes against. When the media tried to turn her and Angel Reese into enemies after the NCAA title game, Clark shut that down. She praised Angel, said she deserved the spotlight, said players like her deserve to celebrate however they want. That's called maturity. She also constantly credits other players for pushing the game forward. She's talked about growing up watching the WNBA, respecting the grind those women went through before she even got to college. She's not out here acting like she invented basketball. She knows the history. She respects it. And let's not forget this, she publicly called out the people who used her name to hate on other players. Not everyone in her position would have done that. She didn't have to, but she did, because she's not here for division. She's here to hoop and to bring the sport up with her. 7. She's selfish. This one might be the most backwards take of them all. People see the scoring numbers and automatically assume she's out for herself. But if you watch her play, like actually watch, she's one of the most unselfish elite scorers we've seen in a long time. Let's talk stats. In her senior season, Claitin Clark averaged over 8 assists per game while also scoring over 30 points. That's not selfish. That's ridiculous balance. That's knowing when to get yours and when to feed the hot hand. She understands how to run an offense. She knows when to push in transition, when to slow it down, when to hit a cutter, when to look for the roll, when to hit a shooter spotting up. That's the stuff selfish players don't do. And watch how her teammates respond to her. They trust her. They want the ball in her hands. She draws 2 defenders and finds the open player every time. That's not a ball hog. That's someone who knows how to make others better. The fact that she scores and creates offense for the entire team, that's rare. That's not selfish. That's leadership. 8. She's bad for the game. This one's just flat out stupid, and yet I keep hearing it. There are people, usually bitter ones, claiming that Claitin Clark is somehow hurting the sport, that she's drawing the wrong kind of attention, or that she's making it too much about herself. That's nonsense. Let's look at the numbers. NCAA women's games were selling out because of her. Ratings for women's basketball broke records in 2023 and 2024 because of her. Kids started tuning in. Families that had never watched a women's game before started showing up because of her. She's brought money, exposure, and respect to women's basketball in a way we haven't seen in decades. You can't fake that. You can't force that. It happens when a player comes along who changes the way people see the game. She didn't beg for the attention. She earned it with how she plays, and in doing so, she's made the WNBA draft a primetime event. She's sold more jerseys than most active pros. She's made people care, and that's the point. No, she's not bad for the game. She is the game right now.